y'all, I am back. Welcome if this is your first time stopping by my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. It has been a hot minute that I have recorded, that I've picked up this camera. I've picked up the camera a couple times, and every time I sat and tried to record, the words don't come out. And yeah, so I'm just here still trying to navigate life and decided to pick up the camera today. I took a day off from work and I've just been kind of trying to relax at home, spend time with the baby. I'm always spending time with the baby, but just I needed a day off from work. I wasn't feeling too well this morning, so I was like, you know what, I think today would be a good day to pick up the camera and try to do somewhat of a vlog. As you can see, that's how my first part of the morning has gone. It is 2 o'clock. So my morning goes by like this with her, and you saw a little glimpse of her little face. But anyways, before I get all into everything, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Giselle. I talk all things about my fertility treatment, my faith, things that I've experienced, things that I'm going through. And it has been, I haven't picked up the camera or have had an upload since I think September. I think I've uploaded it a few months after September, but I haven't actually like sat and filmed since September. And so I'm back, and if any of those topics interest you, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for upcoming videos that I hope that I can get back on track. I hope that I can kind of just get myself together to vlog and talk about what I've been going through and what I've been doing and just life, right? But anyways, let's chat about all things, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you, the last thing you saw was that I had the baby and I just went MIA after everything that's happened to me. If you have not seen my last video, I've talked about my labor and delivery, which was very traumatizing to say the least. I am now, baby girl is now 7 months. She's gonna be 8 months here in like 2 weeks. We're in mid-March, let's put it that way. We're in mid-March. Baby girl is thriving. She is beautiful. She has her personality. She is the light of my life. She is the joy. She is everything and more than what we ever expected her to be. And so with that said, if you didn't watch my last video, I talked about grief as well as my dad, my world, my rock, my everything. He passed away shortly after baby girl was born, so it's been also 7 months since he's been gone. And life, I wish could say, has gotten easier, and it hasn't, hence why I haven't picked up the camera. I sound nasally, y'all. I am going through some major allergies right now, and the pollen is really bad outside, so that's why I sound all congested. I have been going through some allergies for the last like 4 or 5 days, and it's just been horrible. So just in case I sound like this. And yeah, so it's been 7 months of pure joy with her and 7 months of just surviving every single day, basically. Like I said, I wish things would have been better, but they're not. I struggle every day. Every day is a struggle for me to get up. Every day is a struggle for me to go to bed. Every day I'm like literally pushing myself to try and make it through the day. Gianna is a huge blessing in my life. She makes motherhood, this whole mommy experience, so easy for me. She's such a good baby, thank the Lord. She is happy. She is so alert, and she's always wanting to like learn new things, and she's very independent at 7 months, believe it or not. She's eating now. She is doing all the things that when I was struggling to try to conceive, I imagined, you know? And it's so bizarre to me that a year ago, almost 3 years ago, 3 years ago to the day, yeah, 3 years ago, I was knocking on my second round of IVF for another egg retrieval because I had one in April of 2022, I want to say. 2023, I'm sorry. So it's been 2 years. Oh, I have my days all mixed up. But anyways, yeah, 2 years ago, I was going into my second round of IVF, egg retrieval, and I'm a mom. I'm a whole mom, y'all. Like, it is bizarre to me that, I mean, I look at her and I still don't believe it, to be honest. I think when you have been struggling and trying to have a baby for so long, once you have them, you still are like, is this real? Am I dreaming? Is she really here? Is she really mine? Did I really, like, did God create this and allow me to carry this beautiful little thing into this world? Like, yeah, that's how I feel about her. And on the other hand, although I've been having the most amazing, beautiful experience with my baby, I've also been heartbroken and angry and sad and sometimes depressed over the passing of my dad. I think every day I still cry. Every day is still a struggle to kind of get myself together. And I'm not going to be sorry about being emotional. This is just my life. This is my reality. It's a very lonely path, grief that is. Not everybody understands it, and those who try to understand it sometimes make it worse. If you don't understand grief, consider yourself fortunate not to know grief, because it is a life-consuming, to say the least. I don't remember my last video, what I said, how I felt. I'm sure I was still in a state of numbness, which sometimes I find myself numb to everything that's happened to me. But it's hard. Being a first-time mom, this was never something I envisioned for myself. I envisioned Gianna being with her grandfather 24/7 because my dad was here all the time, and even after she was born, he was here all the time. And yeah, it's definitely life-changing. I want to say, if you've lost somebody, that with time, no, it doesn't get normal. It doesn't get any better. You learn to live a new normal, yes, but it's still very raw to me. It's been 7 months. Some people might be like, it's been 7 months, Giselle. Like, listen, 7 months is nothing compared to a lifetime that I've known my dad, right? I've known my dad my whole entire life. When you lose someone that close to you, it literally, a part of you dies. Let's put it that way. A part of you dies with that person and gets buried with that person, and you're never the same. You're never the same person. I want to be able to be that person for Gianna. And I know that the version that she gets to grow up with is not the version that that I would have hoped that she grew up with. And not to say anything negative around that, I'm just saying she's gonna grow up with a different version of Giselle. A version of Giselle that she's trying to figure herself out in this grief journey. And yeah, I mean, I'm still trying to figure out my words and my thoughts and my emotions around it, and it's still hard. And I think it will always be hard for me to put into words how I truly feel. One of the things that makes me proud and so happy is the fact that every morning I wake up, I see her little face, and she smiles like from ear to ear, and she's happy, and her needs are way beyond met. And that's something that I have had to learn through therapy, of course, that her needs are met every single day. Every minute, every second of every day, her needs are met. Whether it's by me or by her dad, they're met. And she is a happy baby. She is full of life. She is everything. And no matter how hard I'm grieving, no matter how hard I might face every single day, she's good. And so yeah, I've mentioned it before, I am seeking professional help. I have my therapy sessions. My mental health in this whole journey is very, very important, because I need to make sure that I'm in a mental place that I'm able to function as a mom for her, and that I'm able to function for myself, right? And so therapy has definitely helped me a lot in this process. There's days where I feel like I slip back into a more depressive state, and then there's days where I'm okay and I get through my day just fine. But it's all a wave. I'm still trying to figure out how to have this most joyful experience of being a mom and how to grieve at the same time, because I feel I still don't connect them together. Even though both of them are connected in a way, when I'm grieving, I forget that I'm a mom. I forget that I'm still a daughter. I forget that I'm a wife. I forget everything. I disconnect myself from the world, because a part of me, the daughter in me, right, is seeking out to her dad who's no longer here, and it's so hard to imagine life without him. And then I quickly sometimes snap out of it and get into mom mode again, and get into wifey mode, and get into the full-time worker mode, and it's a lot. It's a lot to carry. And so therapy has definitely been my balance of how to keep everything in my mind somewhat balanced. And there's days where I get on a call and I end up more frustrated than when I started, and then there's days where I get on a call and when I get off the call, I feel better. I feel like I've released some stuff, but it's been a lot. And so, as you can imagine, this is why I haven't picked up this camera. I've tried to vlog, I've tried to sit down and do like a life update, and I just haven't been able to, and that's okay. It's okay. I wanted to start off the year like, okay, I'm gonna do this for myself. And the holidays were extremely hard. Although I enjoyed it because Gianna was opening her little presents for Christmas, and it was her first everything, right? And I was trying to take in the moment and savor it and take pictures and do all the things. And then a part of me was also so broken and devastated that my dad wasn't here to experience this with her. And it's like all the conversations that I've had with my dad about when the baby would be here, about the Christmas and the Thanksgiving, and he's not here. I dedicated Gianna to the Lord on my birthday in January, and that was the most hardest thing I think I've ever had to do, because my dad talked about it all the time. And I did it on my birthday because it was my first birthday without my dad. And so I almost didn't want to celebrate my birthday. And so I decided to dedicate Gianna on that day and make it about her and not about me. And even just being at the altar, being there to dedicate her, it was so hard for me, because God gave me this beautiful miracle, this beautiful blessing, and I wanted to dedicate that back to him. But I wanted my dad there so bad, because he would have seen how beautiful she looked. She looked like a little princess, and everybody was like in awe of her. Anyways, so there's a lot of events that have happened that he didn't get to be a part of, and it breaks me. It makes me sad. It gets me angry. And I haven't been able to do the things that I enjoyed doing, like my makeup videos. If you hear wind, my chimney's right here, and there's a lot of wind going on outside. I haven't been able to do my makeup videos. I haven't been able to do anything that I really like. Fixing myself up the way I did today, I barely do that sometimes. I'm usually in a ponytail and one of my husband's baggy shirts and some sweatpants, and I'm calling it a day. And I'm mostly like that all day. It's just, yeah, this is my new reality. And for the longest time, I was like, I don't want to pick up the camera and show that, because who wants to see that? Who wants to see a depressed mom? Who wants to see a sad mom? But I know I'm not the only one grieving this way. I know there are many people out there in this world who are grieving just as hard as I am grieving. And I'm here to tell you, if you are in that boat, that you're not alone. If you feel like every day you can't breathe, I'm there. If you feel like every day you just don't want to wake up, I'm there. If you feel like you cannot carry on with your daily things, I'm there. You're not alone. Grief, it's a beast. It's literally a beast. And I think I've mentioned this in one of my videos, or in my last video, I don't remember, or I don't know. But I always say grief is like that uninvited family member that just comes to the party and just sits down, and you didn't invite them, but they're sitting at your table now, and you have no choice but to feed them and to give them a drink and to just be okay with the fact that they're there even though they were not invited. I I think me and grief have gotten past that point. I'm learning little by little to try and embrace the moments where I grieve the hardest, because it's where my love for my dad is coming through the strongest. But but yeah, every day is a surviving day for me. And every day I'm grateful. I'm grateful, and I thank God that He gave me the father that He gave me, because my dad was the best. And I'm also grateful that I can see him in Gianna. Gianna does these little things sometimes, and I'm just like, where in the world do you get these looks from? And sometimes I'll be scrolling through my dad's pictures, and I'm like, you know what? That's the same look Gianna did. She talks with her eyebrows sometimes. Like, she does these like, weird things with her eyebrows, and it's the exact same thing my dad did. She has so much of him in her, and that brings peace to me at times. As a Christian, right? It's, for me, I'm not talking about all Christians. I'm just talking about Giselle. Giselle is struggling with her faith, because how do I get this beautiful miracle and then you go and take my dad away? But my faith is also what keeps me going every day. Me and God are in it's a complicated relationship status right now. And I'm working through it. And He sustains me at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I know that God is the one who's giving me strength. I know that God is the one who's keeping my head above water. I know He's the one who's giving me the strength to be her mom. I'm looking down because I'm looking at her monitor. And so, as mad as I get sometimes, because I'm human, it's the flesh, right? I'm also holding on to my faith as hard and as strong as I can to it, because I need it. Motherhood is very isolating, right? Postpartum is very isolating. And then you add grief on top of that, and it's 10 times more isolating. And it's not that you purposely do it. I know I purposely don't isolate myself, but I find myself that if I'm just to myself, I can grieve how I want. I can be in any kind of mood that I want. I can do what I want, and I don't have to be judged by anybody. And that's why I isolate myself. And sometimes I isolate myself too, because I don't want to hear anybody else's opinions. Quite honestly, I don't want to hear, oh, well, you should do this for the baby, or you should do... I don't need mommy advice. I don't need faith advice. I don't need grieving advice. And so I isolate myself for that purpose as well. I know people that might be watching me, know me personally, and might be thinking, maybe that's why she hasn't called me. Maybe that's why she hasn't reached out, or maybe that's why I don't see her. And no offense to anybody that I know or that knows me. It's just, this is my journey that I'm learning to navigate through, and I need to do this on my own. And I know that postpartum and grieving, you shouldn't isolate yourself, right? It's not good to isolate yourself. And I try not to, but I feel like in this journey, especially when it comes to my faith, I am learning to find myself again. I'm learning to figure out who this new Giselle is, because that's the reality of it. I'm a mom, and then I became a grieving daughter in a matter of days. And so those two events definitely change the person that I was to the person that I am becoming now. And so it's not the same. I'm not the same person that people knew. I'm not the same. I don't know. It's just, I know I'm not the same. And with that comes changes. And in every season, I truly believe God brings different people to your life for different purposes. And there are certain people that are like new in my life because I feel like that's the season that I'm in, where God has brought new individuals into my life or people from my past back into my life, where now it's like, now it makes sense for our friendship to be the way it is or whatever. It's just navigating life. And I hope that after I post this video, I can continue doing weekly videos. I'm gonna try to do like vlog type videos. I don't know how it's gonna go, so bear with me, be patient with me. I want to be able to show my life as a first-time mom who's grieving, who's learning things as she's going. It's been 7 months, but I'm still learning. There's things that don't know yet, things that are happening with Gianna that I'm like, oh my God, is this normal? And so I want to be able to record that. I want to be able to still have that community here for those who have been going through their IVF journeys, that have commented on my videos. I hope that you guys are all doing amazing. I hope that you guys are pregnant. I hope that you guys are mamas. I hope that everything has gone smoothly in your fertility treatments. Comment down below. Let me know. Give me your life update if I have commented on any of your past comments. Please, 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 definitely engage with me. I want to still have that community here. I need you guys, basically. I need the community. I need those women who are still here watching my videos. And yeah, I don't want to take up too much time, but I want to try to do, like I said, weekly vlogs, where little clippets of my everyday kind of fall into place. And I hope that I can get into a routine. This is one of the tasks that my therapist gave me to kind of get back into something that I enjoy doing. And doing YouTube videos was something that I enjoy doing. And so I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my hardest. I'm gonna try to really do this for me. And I know that this is something my dad would want me to continue doing. Something that's gonna give me the courage, give me the like a little boost to feel accountable for something in a sense. Like I said, Gianna's sleeping, but in the next video, I hope to show her a little bit more and show her, she looked a little serious this morning. She was a little cranky. She did not have the best sleep last night, so she was a little cranky this morning. But I hope that you guys like this video. Again, comment, engage with me. Let me know how you're doing. Give me life updates. Let me know, did you get pregnant with your IVF journey? Are you in your fertility treatments? What's going on? Again, all those that I commented on, which I hope I commented on all your comments in the past. Please, please, please feel free to come back and comment and let me know your life updates. I want to hear everything. I'm gonna try to get back into a routine here, and if I see your engagement, that will definitely motivate me to continue getting into a routine. But anyways, I hope that you guys all have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whenever you're watching this, and stay safe and be blessed, everyone. And I hope that you guys have a good one. All right, bye.